A Mouse Thinks, the Horror.
Ralphie the mouse lived in a little hole in a vacant hotel. There were no people around, so we needed to venture out one night to find cheese for dinner.
It was a stormy night, and all of the windows were rattling every time the lightning struck. So Ralphie cloaked himself and in his tiny little mouse-sized cloak and slowly crept down the stairs, frightened at every big boom he heard from the sky.
Oh, I wish my mother was here, said Ralphie. She would protect me. But he knew that he had to go out. He was a big mouse now, and he had to traverse the mean streets of Tucson.
Upon entering the city limits, he noticed something. Actually, it was an absence of something, but he couldn't quite make it out. What was it? Was it no plants, no water, no green? He was confused.
But he smelled cheese, and that was his main goal. He slowly crept down Speedway Boulevard, heading towards the cheese shop, when suddenly from around the corner, a monstrous figure jumped out from a dumpster and yelled, "Hey!
I know! You need to go to Unscrewed Theater! It's just down the street, and there's a pizzeria nearby!"
Oh, thought Ralphie to himself. I wish I was brave enough to go that far. Maybe I'll do it. Hopefully nothing will come after me as I walk these streets alone.
Ralphie walked down the streets, but out of the corner of his eye, he could see a shadow. But every time he looked over, the shadow disappeared. Ralphie got paranoid and said, "Oh my, I hope that shadow doesn't get me."
But he knew the legend of the alley cat. No one had ever seen this alley cat alive, but everyone in the neighborhood had heard it, with its keening wails in the middle of the night, sounding like a tortured creature coming for every rodent in the neighborhood.
And there was a club of all of the well-known rodents. And the president of that club was Ralphie. And
Ralphie needed to be brave for this club, but he heard it in the background.
The calling of the alley cat. He swore he could see it, but couldn't see it. It moved so stealthily.
Ralphie jumped into a sewer grate, unknowing that was the cat's secret lair.
As he crept along the sewer, he smelled it. It was cat pee.
No!
No! Oh, Mother, I've done it. Thought Ralphie to himself.
And Ralphie's mother said, "You finally know what I say is true."
Ralphie used the strength of his mother to confront the cat for once and for all.
Ralphie looked at the cat straight in the eyes and said,
"Hey!
Stop bothering me. I'm trying to get some cheese."
And the cat looked at Ralphie and said, "You know who I am."
"I am not your father. I
am the alley cat, and you look like delicious dinner to me."
And Ralphie looked the cat straight in the eyes and said, "Oh yeah? Well, you look dumb."
The cat had never been approached like this before. He was so used to being scary and mean. Then he said to himself, "I'm sorry. Nobody's ever confronted my bullyish behavior before."
And Ralphie said, "I have the ancestors of all my mice behind me." At which point, ghosts of mice appeared behind Ralphie.
The cat looked and went, "Meow!"
And then he went, "Ah!"
And then he ran away.
Oh.